Hey, what's up? Ross Cessna from Spiritual Phoenix Studios. We are on day 11 of the 40 Servants introduction ritual, and today we are meeting the dead. Okay, Ross Cessna from Spiritual Phoenix Studios. Day 11 of the 40 Servants introduction ritual. We are meeting the dead today, and I'm sorry for the wonky laugh at the beginning. Just in a good mood, honestly. But let's talk about the signs from the dancer first. So, in addition to me smudging the page yesterday before I even began working with the dancer, there was a lot of other points of just having to surrender and accept things, pivot. I can't get into all the little nuances of it, but I will say that this is vastly different than I anticipated that it would be, in the sense that, like, there really is some kind of connection to the cards that I'm building up here, and I can feel these different energies of them and the presence that they have, especially more so in the morning meditation, and even in the morning meditation today, too. Raul came up, who is somebody, if you haven't seen the earlier videos that I mentioned, and I got like this really profound message, but then it was also the aspect of how much you need the energy of the dancer in your life, like the ability to stay positive even when it's storming on you. And that's been a big facet of my life. Like, I haven't gone into a lot of my story in a long time. I might have to bring people up to speed with that again at some point. But it's one of the things that I lost touch with, the rhythm of shifting and all of that stuff, because life had gotten so good for a while. So it's nice to be reminded of the grace that you can have in the face of adversity, I guess. And with that said, I'm going to quit waxing poetically on the signs from the dancer, and we will get into the ritual for... Okay, so we are on the 40 Servants introduction ritual, day 11. We're going to light the Palo Santo, and then we're going to throw the incense on there. The stone that I picked for today is black obsidian. As you can see, the black obsidian PowerPoint right in front of the card, the dead. Looks pretty awesome. I picked the black obsidian because it's one of the stones for protection. And I just think that not so much the dead needs protection, obviously, but more so that they're kind of looking out for us, and it's honoring that. And it's another aspect of kind of honoring the unknown element of it as well. So, all right, there's the Palo Santo. And then I picked communication incense, obviously, because this is about communicating with these entities. And part of the workings of the dead is that it communicates with ancestors and stuff, right? So communication is always helpful. And then I also picked the protection incense. Put a little bit too much of the protection incense on there. We're super protected now, right? I'm going to stir that, and then we'll pour the tea, then we'll read the ritual, because I don't want to forget the tea this time. And if people are wondering why I'm pouring tea to cards, it's an offering for the spirit of the servitor that this card represents. And additionally, it's just honoring the egregore, or the larger thought form that is supported by these cards as well. I call on you, great servant, the saint, to come to me so I may know you. I am Ross Cessna, the master and ruler of this domain. I call you here so that you can introduce me to the servant, the dead, who is known for their connection to the ancestors in our history. O great servant, the saint, Bring the dead forth so that I may recognize it, and in return she will recognize me as their friend and master. Ever obey me, great servant the dead, and ever please me. In return I will offer you acknowledgement and sustenance, so that your energy, potency, and fame increase. Give me a sign that you have heard my call, and have come forth to welcome me as your master and friend. I make these offerings as a thanks to both of you. Okay, so now let's have a more formal introduction to the dead. One thing I forgot to mention when I was doing the ritual too, by the way, before we get into the formal introduction, is two of the figurines on there are Hermanubis, and Hermanubis is kind of like this intermediary to the realm of the dead. So I thought that that was cool. It actually uses the term psychopomp when describing the dead, and that's kind of exactly what Hermanubis was. So that was kind of cool. And then at the beginning of October and November 1st, I did the Rite of St. Nicholas, which is helping you to build a connection with the dead. I actually have that ritual on my vlog if you want to check that out. Bop. And yeah, let's get into it, right? So the dead, this servant shows us our connection to our ancestors and humanity's past. She encourages us to learn from the past so that we don't make the same mistakes over and over. The mantra is, though it may seem to be lost, nothing is ever truly gone. Keywords are death, ancestors, history, the past, antiquity, legacy, connection, collective experience, the veil, psychopomp, combined knowledge, endings, new phases, and the dead prayer. Oh, great servant the dead, who is famed for her ability to connect through time and space, show me how to learn from the past so that I may no longer repeat my mistakes. May I move forward, not backwards. And as far as the bleed through effect, I've been in this giant flux the past couple months. And some of it does seem to be culminating where there are a lot of big shifts going on. So it is kind of the energy of the dead. I'll see what else pops up. Generally, once I put the image of the card on my phones, I start to get more syncs too. Because obviously it's on my face, so it's seeping into my subconscious more. But anyhow, thanks so much for checking out day 11. Tomorrow will be day 12, and we will interact with the depleted. Peace. Hey, thanks again for checking out my channel. If you haven't already, subscribe by hitting the phoenix down below and check out more of my videos over there.